Hey everyone, it's Krista from KristaIrene.ca, and today I am going to be painting a Christmas card with marshmallows in a mug. So these are the ones that I've done, and I think today I'm gonna focus on this one. So if you want to join me, follow along, and I'm gonna walk you through my process for painting. I'm gonna be using watercolors, maybe some white acrylic if you have any, and I have some sparkles that I like to add as a special touch. So let's get started. I'm gonna put this one away and we are gonna focus on this one. So the first thing I'm gonna do, is have little watercolor cards. That's what I've done. I've just cut up watercolor paper to create watercolor cards because I don't want to draw something giant. But the first thing I'm going to do is sort of map out the mug. So I'm just going to draw a little circle. And again, if you watch my videos, I'm really not into perfection. I'm really not into making something look real. I'm more into just the shape of it and the feel. I don't think art needs to be perfect. So I'm just drawing it. And if it makes you comfortable, you can get your own mug and sort of just draw it from looking at it. But so this is the mug. And now I'm going to place where I think the marshmallow should go. I think I'm going to have the guy's little, or girl, whatever, the marshmallow person. Their little head is going to be sticking out. And then I think I'm going to have a bigger marshmallow here. And then a smaller one here. And then there's cinnamon sticks sort of coming out. And this guy's just having a relaxing time. And the hot chocolate, I'm gonna guess that it's hot chocolate. I did have a candy cane in the other one, but I think I'm gonna put some berries and just Christmassy type vibe there. I'm just mapping it out. It's, again, not to be perfect. And maybe I'll do a candy cane on the side. And so again, mapping out the shapes, not worried about perfection, but that is what my little marshmallow person looks like. I'm going to get right into it, and I'm gonna paint the mug red. Whatever red I have, like I just use whatever colors that I have. And I'm gonna go around. I'm using a Prisma colored pencil when I draw. I really like it. It's called Ebony, and what I like is it doesn't smudge when I'm painting with the watercolors. So I kind of enjoy that. I don't have to worry about the smudging of my pencil marks. And I know there's other ways to do it, but I try to paint fast with these tutorials instead of spending a lot of time on them because it's like a 20-minute video or 15 minutes. And it's just for fun, and I don't really want to aim for perfection. So I do what's easiest, which is those Prismacolor Ebony pencil. I've not tried any of the other ones for my watercolor painting, so I don't know if they smudge. So again, just getting the shape of it out there. I want it to be sort of a light pink because I'm going to have a fair amount of red in this with the candy cane. Of course, my candy cane could be green because there are green. So I might do green candy cane, like green and white instead of red and white. Okay, so I'm liking the look of that so far. And now I'm gonna map in the green leaf. In the other one, in this one, I feel like I had too much green around the cup, so I don't want to do that. I'm gonna let there be white. So that's okay too when you're painting and you try different things and you're like, oh, I don't like that. And I know that when you're painting, there should be white for places for the eyes to rest. So it's gonna be a green candy cane. I'm going for it. There we go, kind of like it. And I'm gonna do the berries here. They kind of look like, they look like radishes or something, but that's fine, we'll fix it up. And now I'm gonna sort of get into the snowman. So there are little bits of sort of gray areas to highlight so that he doesn't look, and that's why I don't mind that I did this in ebony, so the ebony color there. So putting in the shadows, I just took a little gray and mixed it with a little blue. It looks a little purpley, but that's fine. And now I'm going to take black, and I want to get his buttons in. Whoops. Oh, well, look at that. He his button went a little nuts, which I should have known. But so the joy of watercolor is I'm going to try to, and I'm not going to worry about that right now, but it got in with the purple. So I'm just kind of lifting it out with an old cloth. And then I'm going to go in and touch up that little button later. Now for his eyes, I do have a gel pen because I find when I paint on small cards, it's really hard to get the details in unless you have a really tiny brush, really, really tiny. So I'm gonna make him, he's a happy little snowman. I don't think he knows he's gonna melt into the hot chocolate, but that's okay. There, he's happy. And then I'm gonna do an orange nose. So a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow and maybe a bit more yellow. I want to make it, I think it's orange enough. Okay. This guy's gonna have his little snowman nose. Oh, I kind of like the nose, that looks good. And then we're gonna get into the cinnamon sticks that are around him. So I'm just dipping it into the brown. I don't mind that there's a little orange in there. And I'm gonna get in there. Have to wet it a little bit. Okay. Now I don't really have any gouache, so that is why I use white acrylic paint for the white parts that I need. I'm going to be getting some gouache soon, just have not used it. All right, so I'm liking the way that looks. The next thing I'm going to do is fix up my little marshmallow buttons. So I'm taking a tiny bit of white acrylic paint, and hopefully it's dried, but I did dab it off, and I'm just gonna go around, which is fine to do that with the white acrylic anyway if you want to get rid of your, there, he's looking okay. I'm just sort of smudging. Now when it's interesting because when I use watercolor, it doesn't really smudge the pencil, but when I use the acrylics, it does, but that's okay. It makes my snowman sort of, my snowman marshmallow guy stand out a bit. And so I'm gonna do that with his little arms and legs there. Okay. And now I want to get the mug a little darker. So I'm taking two colors. It's like a pinky red and a red. And I'm just going, I'm adding a bit of water to it. And now I'm just sort of playing around. And I'm kind of liking the way the mug looks. And so I'm gonna focus a little bit now on the greenery. Okay. And I'm just sort of flicking. And again, it's just a feel. I'm not going for realistic. Although my greenery just tends to go crazy. I don't really know why I do that, but that's fine. I'm gonna leave it. And then I'm gonna add one more. I didn't want it to look like a radish, so I'm going back in. I feel like that looks good. And I'm gonna go in for this candy cane and just darken it up a bit. One thing I am gonna do is put sort of a shadow by the cup. It's gonna be that grayish blue color. So I'm gonna put sort of a shadow here. And it's just, I mixed blue and gray together just to, I'm kind of liking the way it looks right now. Here's how it looks right now. And I want to add some, maybe some steam coming out, and then I want some sparkles on the side. And maybe add some sparkles there. It does have to dry before I add my sparkles, because you can see it's still wet. Where are my sparkles? Well, I have my gold that I like to use on everything, the iridescent gold, so I'm gonna add some gold. And again, this is just a Christmas card or a gift tag, so avoid trying to be perfect. I definitely think the imperfections are what makes something a little more, gives it character. So I'm just going over the legs with a little bit of gold. I'm probably, now I know that this is still pretty wet, but I'd like to add some gold there, but I think I'm gonna add, that's supposed to be steam coming out of the mug. Sorry, my dog likes to bark. I really hope he holds himself together until this is over. Okay, I feel like that's kind of cute. I might actually make the inside of the mug gold. The point of doing these, and why I like it, is that it's small cards. It's because you can experiment and play with your paints without doing something huge. And if it doesn't turn out, oh well, you've learned something about painting and what you will do next time, which is kind of what I did here. Although I really love the sparkles here, so I'm going to add the sparkles in this one as well. I almost really like the red around, so I prefer to use a watercolor for this, but I kind of like the darkness of the red there. I might add a few touches of acrylic, so I'm going to go get my red paint and my sparkles. Okay, so my sparkles are, it's called Folk Art Sparkles, super fun, and golden fluid. It looks like I don't know, it's red, whatever red color that is. Okay, So now I'm just gonna get some red, just because I prefer my stuff to pop. So I'm just gonna try to make these berries look a little better. But again, learning what works and what doesn't. I'm gonna put the red around the rim of the cup and behind him because he's resting. There we go. I'm gonna add a touch of red there. The gold is mixing in, and actually I think it looks kind of cool. And just making it, I like messy, I don't like neat and tidy. All right, I'm kind of digging that. And I'm gonna add some sparkles. I think I'm gonna add sparkles down here and on Mr. Marshmallow Man, Marshmallow Snowman, or whatever he is. So I just open this up and I pour it on. It's kind of like glue. So if you put it on your palette and you try to get it off later, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. But I love it. I'm probably gonna get more and more colors. So let's see what happens when I add some sparkles down here. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really good. And then I'm gonna add my Marshmallow Man. It's gonna have some sparkles. He's having a really good time in there. I like the way that looks. I'm going to go a little more with the sparkles, especially if this is a card I like. It's kind of fun to have sparkles. If I had sparkles that I could shake on it, I don't have any of that. I would. So I'm just gonna add some sparkles. And they're kind of different colors, so it's kind of fun. And it spices up a little gift. It is a gift. Like if you use it as a card or gift tag for a Christmas gift, I think people like this. So I like that so far. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is try to add a little bit the green. Okay. And I'm just gonna do little you can see how the green can get away from you. Okay, I kind of really like the way this turned out. So I'm just gonna see if you could see the sparkles there. And once that dries, that'll be really nice. And this was the first one I did. I definitely like this one better because I know that the eyes need place to rest when it's looking at a painting. And I went a little nuts with the green here. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you can try different mugs, different colors, and different paints, but that's how you do a snowman in a mug for a Christmas card. I hope you guys had a good time. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and have a great night. Bye.